expertise in designing innovative experiments, authoring scientific papers in popular journals like American Chemical Society, Elsewhere, and Royal Society of Chemistry. We are extremely grateful to Dr. Ankit Yadav for accepting our request for being our expert mentor for benefiting our learners virtually. With great pride, I would also like to announce that Dr. Yadav has specialized in developing graphene, alloy-based thin layer, anti-corrosive nanocoatings for green hydrogen production, as well as hybrid materials for next-generation energy storage devices. His work encompasses thin layers coatings, physicochemical and electrochemical characterization of and data analysis. Now, moving to our session, I'm delightful to welcome Dr. Ankit Yadav, who will present an enlightening session on how to start with research career and its employment globally. Sir, it's indeed our privilege to have you with us, and I would like to request you to address our young and aspiring learners.
Good afternoon to everyone. Thank you, Garmam, for your nice introduction. So my topic will be just wait. So is it visible now?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yes, it's visible. Please.
Okay. Thank you. So yeah. So I would like to thank to Dr. Gunjan, who gave me opportunity to give a talk on this very recent, very advanced field, R&D field in India and globally, an overview, and also to the VGU faculties. So I would like to give some brief idea about the R&D field in India and globally, an overview. So here I'll discuss about the opportunities in R&D, how to grab that opportunities after doing your graduation, and how to make career in research and development by using your education, and then whatever the employment opportunity are there in our countries as well as globally. So my presentation overview is all about the R&D landscape in India. This section will examine the research and development landscape in India, including government initiative and public and private investment. And then later I'll discuss about the global R&D trends, which is this section explore global research and development trends, including emerging technologies and collaboration across borders. Then I'll talk about the employment opportunities in R&D, which is based on either in globally, all over the world, or in India. So I'll start my presentation, which is R&D landscape in India. As we know, in the last 10 years, government is promoting so much into the R&D. They have developed so many missions related to like national green hydrogen missions, Niti Ayogs, and new education policies. In those policies, they have emphasis focused on the R&D part, how to develop the research and development career in India. So they have developed various policies like national science and technology policies. So in this policies, government initiative aimed at promoting scientific research and innovation in India. It provides a framework for R&D activities and encourages public-private partnership to support the research. So what is the public-private partnership? So in that terms, basically government provide the fund, and the private players who have their ideas, they go to the government and they say we have this kind of ideas and we want to start some of our startups. So meanwhile, you have seen it like last 5 to 6 years, there is a lot startup based culture emerged in India. So this emerging basically because of the policies of the government of India, where they came with the national science and technology policies. Another policy is about the public and private investment in R&D. So here, government seen a significant increase in public and private investment in research and development in recent years. So both the government and the private organization are investing in R&D to promote innovation and improve their competitive edges. Then there are several initiatives which was taken by the government of India, which is the National Science and Technology Policies, where they with this policies is basically the initiative launched to promote scientific research and development in India. which aim to provide the support scientists, researcher, and entrepreneur working in the field of science and technology. So the thing is, if you are in R&D, R&D lab and all, so you don't need to be in a unidirectional. Like you have to, you can't be only professor or in academia. There are now several options open where you can go as a scientist, as a researcher, as an entrepreneurs to propose your ideas, and government are there to fund your projects. So in that science and technology policy, they used to like this. Then there is a very old board which is Science and Engineering Research Board. This board basically is goal for academic only. So in the academic, where the professors and the researchers they applied for the funding, and the SERB is there to approach their ideas and give them the funding. So here they have launched they launched the promote scientific research and development in India. It provides funding, supports, and opportunities to scientists and researchers working in various fields of science and engineering. Another scheme is about the Atal Innovation Mission. So in this Atal Innovation Mission, what is it? It is a flagship of initiative of Indian government aimed at fostering innovation and entrepreneurship in the countries, which provide you basically all about the innovative as well as entrepreneurship idea which you have, and it provides the funding, supports, and mentorship to the startups and entrepreneurs, encouraging them to develop innovative solutions to everyday problems. Then yes, there is some glitch. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible. Go ahead.
Okay. I guess there is some technical glitch. Wait. Is it visible? Like there is some technical
Yes, sir,
glitch.
screen is visible, sir.
Not able to.
Sir, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, actually, I'm not able to move forward the slides.
So please check there is a right or left button in the PPT.
Okay, yeah, now. So the government came with the different schemes, which is like National Science and Technology Policies, Science and Engineering Research Board, and the Atal Innovation Mission. So in the Atal Innovation Mission, they used to provide the funding to entrepreneurs, to researchers who want to open their own business related to the technology transfer kind of things. Then there is a public and private investment where the private players like big players like Tata's and others, they are there to help you if you propose their ideas. Like if we have some ideas that we can't do, we need some funding. So in that case, there is a funding which is related increased government funding. The government of India has increased funding for R&D, which has led to boost in innovation and research activity in the countries. And then there is a private sector also available to fund your ideas, where you can start your own startup, where they invest a lot in R&D, which is helping to drive innovation as well as in technological advance in the countries. So there is a global trend in the technology which is emerging now, which is related to the AI. So we have seen it like AI has a lot influence in our daily life now. And I guess last 2 days we have got Nobel Prize also in the chemistry and physics, which is related to the AI. So we have seen it, okay, how this AI has so much influence in our daily life as well as in the basic chemistry and basic science also, basic chemistry as well as basic physics. So these technologies such as AI and blockchain and quantum computing are driving innovation, and that can transform the global and R&D landscape. And apart from that, we have the opportunities like collaboration across the border. So in this section, like collaboration across border is becoming increasingly important in the global R&D landscape, as it enables organizations to access talent and expertise from around the world and leverages diverse perspectives. So in this, when we do collaborative across the border, we have several kind of opportunities, such as there are multiple fellowships, which is provide the opportunity to do our R&D based research in abroad. Basically, we called it like postdoctoral fellowships. So here we have Marie Curie fellowship, we have Humboldt fellowship, we have this Raman Charpak fellowship, we have a US based fellowship, which is like Nehru fellowship. So there are a couple of fellowships are there where we can use those fellowship and fund our R&D based ideas and put it into the realities. So those kind of collaboration we can do by approaching those kind of facilities and fellowships. Then there is a emerging technologies which are like artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is one of the most promising emerging technology with the potential to transform many industries, like including R&D. AI can be used to automate complex tasks and process analyzing large amount of data and provide insights to inform decision makings. Then there is another emerging technology, which is nanotechnology. This nanotechnology is basically has huge impact in our daily life, where it is involved in our almost each and every perspective of life, which is related to the atomic, molecular, and supramolecular scales. It has, because of this nanotechnology, there is a potential revolutionize in many industries, like including healthcare, electronics, automobiles, environmental science, climate tech. So this nanotechnology provide a very vast background where we can start our own ideas, and we can use this nanotechnology to by using this nanotechnology we can start some ideas, and we can use this funding for our project. Then there there is a possibility to collaboration and globalization, as cross-border collaboration is becoming increasingly important in R&D field. So in R&D field, basically sometimes there is a requirement of instruments, requirement of approach, requirement of some workforces, which is like idea transfer, knowledge transfer, those kind of things. So using this with cross-border collaboration is so important. Like we can have a very good we can have very good ideas in that case. So if we approach our ideas to outsider in the abroad, then we can drive some innovation progress. Then there is a lot employment opportunity in the R&D field, which is like research and development opportunities in India. So here in India, after like last 5 to 10 years, there was a couple of startup started like Ola, Log9 in terms of automobiles. Then Climate Tech, Nutrace, and Omium, and those kind of startup came. They started the R&D culture. So in the R&D culture, they offered a lot of opportunities, which is including pharmaceutical, electronics, automobiles, and climate with deep tech and manufacturing companies. The government of India also initiated the several program to promote the R&D and innovation in the countries. Then what kind of career path can be in R&D? So in R&D, there is a multiple kind of things are there, which is like you can be apply for R&D engineer, you can apply as a data analyst, you can apply as a technical writer. So, and research scientist also. These research scientist has a job to work in the lab, develop the new things. Then the R&D engineer, they can do their expertise, so designing the new parts of the machines and tools. And then data analysis, another kind of job where people can do data analysis and the technical writing, where the person can write the papers, write the reports, write the patents. So those kind of opportunities came after this in the R&D field. And then the role require basically a different very special kind of very expertise, which is you should be a critical thinker, you should be a good analyzer, as well as you should be have a very great thinking opportunity, like beyond the box thinking ability. Then in the R&D field, there is a job perspective in India, which is like growing demand for R&D professionals. So there is a growing demand for R&D professionals in India, particularly in sectors such as pharmaceutical, biotechnology, information technology, and EVs. So with an increasing focus on innovation and technology, these sectors offer job prospects for professionals in R&Ds, like those technical writer, researcher, managers, and R&D engineers. So for that, we need some basic kind of like skill requirement, which is like a strong foundation in science and technology, like in engineering and mathematics, along with the problem solving skills, critical thinking, creativity. Additionally, professionals in R&D need to be able to work independently as well as in teams. So those kind of ability if we have, then we can have very good opportunity to came into the R&D field and make our careers. So we should have excellent communication as well as interpersonal skills. Then what kind of career path would be in R&D? So the person, if who is following R&D career, he can be a research scientist. So these research scientists work in the laboratory and conduct experiment to discover new scientific knowledge. They can design the experiment, collect and analyze data, and develop the theories. Then there is opportunity to become a product development manager, where they can product development manager oversee the development of new product from concept to launch. Then they can work closely with the research scientists, engineers, and marketing teams. Then there is the option of technical writing, which is basically they can create documentation such as user manual and operating instruction for product and service, and they can work closely with the product developer and other technical experts. So in conclusion, I would say like in currently in the R&D in India, there is a lot employment opportunities increases. So if you have good skills, you have good communications, you have right thinking ability, you can easily find the things where you can be a best fittest of the role. So for that, you should be first of all, you should make your network either through the LinkedIn or through the going the conferences or through meeting the professionals. That would be very basic things where you can start your career as a R&D professional. Then if you want to start your career in PhD or postdoctoral or like for that you have to basic thing is first complete your graduation, then start your NET GATE exams, and then choose a very good Indian institute as well as outside institute. For those, like you have to be for outside institute, there are multiple fellowships is there, as well as you can have your own funding. And apart from that funding, you can approach to professor by giving some exams like GRE, TOEFL, IELTS. Those kind of exam you can give and approach to the professor who is working in a specific field, and you can ask to them, I have this kind of interest and we want to work with you. So in that way, you can start your R&D career in STEM. So I'm open up for the questions. If any student any kind of doubt, they can reach me out, or any kind of suggestion related to like a fellowship, related to like how to get the job in industry in STEM, basically science and technology. Yeah. Okay, wait. Jai Shika Gaurav, can you please go ahead with the question?
Students, I request you to raise your queries as sir has pointed. Any of your queries regarding the topic and your particular career related questions you can raise so that you can get an expert opinion.
So several students has raised their hand. Jayashika, Gaurav, Bajnath. Please feel free to ask me anything related to any queries, which is related to your post fellowships, related to how to give the exams preparation and how to start
Students,
R&D.
sorry, sir, in between, I'm interrupting in between. Students, I would request you to kindly share your queries in the chat box so that we can get the right.
Oh, yeah, Abhishek Singh. Is there any
Yeah,
space
sir,
for
it
arts
would be good.
background?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes, yeah, there is a space in terms of uh, it depend on what kind of arts background you are. Either you are from political science, you are from depends on. So there is a multiple policies are there for the government organizations like GAIL, BHEL, SAIL, and there are PSUs are there, and there are ministries are there. So in that case, you if you have background in arts, you can be go through this policy making where you can design the policy for R&D, and you can have draft. You can make the draft and all. Okay, so Kritika Dadich, as a senior scientist, where you are working now? So I am working as a currently I'm working in Bangalore in Nutris Private Limited, which is green hydrogen based company. We are developing green hydrogen as a alternative fossil fuels. And yes, Abhishek Singh, economic. Yes, economic people also can start their career as a R&D by doing marketing strategies. What kind of market is currently going on in terms of EVs, in terms of climate tech, green hydrogen. There are a lot of companies where they have started their IPOs. So in terms of, you can start your research there. Okay, which company is moving forward? Which company has their what kind of production they can do? So how much their shares and all will go. So Harshdev, yeah, you if you are BSc student, yes, definitely you can job you can do job in MNCs. For that, you have to apply to their portals. You have to develop several skills related to like data science. Since you are in computer applications, right? So you have developed some skills related to data science, data analytics. Those kind of opportunities can be done, and yes, definitely you can go. You can do job in abroad. For that, you have to qualify. So most and easiest way is qualify through the some exams like IELTS, GRE, go do masters. Then you can apply for the job. Okay, so Anjuma Fateh, what kind of qualification is required for R&D? Okay, so for R&D, it has different levels. So even a BSc person can also do R&D, but he or she should have some particular skills related to like data interpretation or some some measurements, some kind of laboratory experience. They can also do on the graduation level. Then there is a master's level, then there is a PhD level. So PhD level basically make the R&D scientist. Then master's level graduate engineering trainee are there. Like after doing MTech, you can apply for in a company as a graduate engineer trainee. So your profile can be shortlisted there. And then for if you have only BSc and you want to do job, then you can apply as a technician. For but you should have different some kind of skills like in terms of suppose EVs or suppose chemistry background, you should have like data interpretation, some chemical formulas, how they react, those normal reactions kind of things. So then you can start your career with graduation level also. In the gaming area, R&D is everywhere. Yeah, in the gaming area, there is a lot research and development things. So you can deep dig down to search on the VFX and this 3D zone kind of things. There you can also start your gaming as a R&D specialist. In psychology, I'm not sure about it, but yes, by doing some specific, by choosing some specific case, you can do research like how the person is behaving and why it is, and you can interlink with other persons also. Okay, there is some common factor which came. So in that way, also you can start your R&D professional thing in psychology also. There are a couple of companies who are hiring the psychologists for their employees employees well-being, like health kind of thing. There is so much pressure in the R&Ds and in the corporate sectors. So there are company where you're hiring the psychologist and you can apply in that position, and there is also you can start your R&D career there. So like Neev Sharma is asking which type of industry requires data scientist, medical, government, or yes. So all these areas like medical science, defense, and data science, there is a huge requirement of R&D specialist to segregate the data, to develop the new method, to develop a new approaches to solve the problems. Suppose in terms of defense, there are a huge classes of R&D specialists where you have to develop the good material for your army, like which shock-proof material, bulletproof materials, and lightweight materials. Those kind of things you can do in for defense. And for data scientist, there are you have by doing this in the for data scientist there is a research and development. There you can define the data and check it which one is good for how is matching, and then those things. Like there are a couple of positions are there in R&Ds, in medical, government, everywhere. So is there any opportunity for trainer in R&D? Yes. Is trainer also, I also said that the person who has only BSc or only graduation, only thing is they require some specific skills related to the particular job, then they can also apply in R&D. R&D basically is a research and development. It can be anywhere. It is not like specific to science field, specific to the technical field. It can be just a research and development. So it can be either in your economic background, it can be your science background, it can be your arts background also. So, but it's depend. You have to find the is sports somehow connected to R&D? Yes, sports is also connected to R&D when it's basically research. So the person is playing particularly, we can research on that person. Okay, this person has this kind of technical things he used to do. He used to play in that way. He used to ball in that way. So in that way, you can analyze the data. Okay, how that person is playing that particular ball, how that person is playing in that particular shot, and how you should modify that by by analyzing the data, how the one person is throwing the ball in which direction and when. So using that data point and using that thorough study and research, you can also make your career in the sports as well. So how can we work in the R&D sector when not from the science background, like finance? Yes, finance is also like you can start your career in R&D, like doing the finance kind of things, like where you should start with the financial things, where how the company is growing, how the other company, what the other company has their proper plans, so how they are doing those things. So you can start those things in the finance as well. And so I did my BSc in Statistics Honors, MSc Math, VGU. After clearing CSIR NET exam, I am eligible to apply. Yes, you can apply to assistant professor, but there are several state universities where you can apply directly. There are several state universities where you have to go through the exam, and there are national institutes like IITs, NITs. There you can directly apply without any exam, but for that you have to be a very good profile with good publication record. So if you don't want to do PhD, Without PhD, now government changing the rules. So if you have only NET, you can also apply for the assistant professor as well. Okay, so what kind of then? Okay, so Astus Kumar is asking what skills are most valued by employers in research related career. Okay, so the skills you should have, first of all, critical thinking. You should have how to think beyond the box, and the thing is how you should seeing the things in a different way. So those are the first basic things. Then technical things, if it's depend on which field you are going. Suppose if you are going to do in a chemical related field, then you should have prior knowledge about the chemicals. You should have prior knowledge about their effects, their harmness, their benefit, their health hazardousness. Those kind of things first you need. And then in terms of skill, if you are master's level, you should have you should able to do experiment precisely, where chemical experiments, you should have, if you have good hand in chemical experience, you can try in chemical companies as well.
Very well answered, sir. And any other queries, learners?
Yes,
more
there is a one question which is very
Yes.
nice. Thank
Yes,
you,
yes.
Abhay Kumar. So his question is, do you think Indian companies' mindset is changing with regards to R&D? Currently, R&D is taken as a cost to company, and companies prefer to take research from other countries than to have their own R&D departments. Yes, this thing happened last up to this thing happened broadly. Like most of the big players, they are not doing R&D. They are just assembling the things here in India. What they do, whoever the outside companies, they do R&D. They take product from there. But last 5 to 10 years, there is a huge change in Indian market. Now the Indian companies also focusing on the R&D. They want to develop their own product, so they don't rely on the outsiders anyways. Like myself, I'll take my example. The company I am working as an R&D specialist. So we are developing our own method, our own technologies. So that's what we don't need to rely on other companies, other peoples. And that also came with the cost to cut company, because if we have our own technology, we don't need to go pay the money for that. So we have developed their own technology, which is directly related to the cut down of the cost of the product. So last 5 years, there are a couple of R&D company came, which is Ola, Log9, Omium, and Ather. So they are now doing their own R&D. Even the big players like Reliance, Adani, and Tata, they are also started their R&D branches in their own companies. Like oil and gas companies are there. Like ExxonMobil, Saudi Aramco. They are all establishing now R&D sectors in India as well, because they have seen the potential growth, potential future in India. So the market is very huge in India. So now most of the companies are now trying to establish their R&D facilities in India, and they have started already. Tesla is also coming, about to come. Then Microsoft and the other, as well as big players like Saudi Aramco in oil and gas company. They are also in Bangalore. They started their R&D setup. So now the perspective is changing. So most of the company now is starting their current R&D in India as well. So one question is, sir, do degree has a major role in R&D? If yes, then how it is? Yes, degree has a role, because while doing this higher level degree, we need to develop the thinking analysis, critical thinking analysis. Like the thing is, we have to define the problem, which problem is good or which problem is not. Then we have to think in such a way, like okay, these things are good, which we should do, and this thing is not good, which we should not do. So those thinking cannot develop in a day. That thing develop by day, very swiftly way. So the degree, which is really valuable, when you do degree like PhDs, then you growth day by day. It's not a one day growth that you have. So the thinking process came day by day. So in R&D, the idea came, which is not as a one day idea, that is came day by day ideas. So we work on that rigorously. We failed, we analyze, then we again work. We failed, then we end. So there is a mostly 80% we are failing. So in R&D, that's what this degree came, that we have gone through the process where we found it, okay, if there is a failure, no problem there, but there might be a chance when we get success. So degrees also play a very big role too in R&D. So one question, how can reach build
Can
a,
we have more questions? Students, please raise your queries in the chat box. We are waiting for more queries.
yes, yes, there is one question, Pradeep Yadav,
Yeah.
sir, without a degree, just on the basis of experience, can anyone? Yes, you can, but the thing is, then you the kind of work you will get, if you have don't have, you be very limited. So you will be limited in the company. You don't get that much chance to work on very big project, very innovative projects. You will get work, but that is very general kind of things. So you will have experience, but if you have degree, then that will enhance your skills that you have. You can go in multiple direction. So.
Thank you so much, sir. And now, so your reflections on today's session was simply amazing and incredible. I'm sure our learners will be benefited by the same. And now I would like to invite Deputy Registrar of CDOE, Mr. Deepak Vishnoi, for presenting vote of thanks. So, sir, please.
Thank you, Garima ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. On the behalf of entire CDOE team, I extend our heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Ankit Yadav for taking time to share his invaluable insight for this expert talk. Dr. Yadav, it's has been an absolute honor to hear about your experience and expertise and your impactful contribution to green hydrogen development at Nutres Private Limited. Your guidance on how to navigate the research landscape and explore global opportunity will surely resonate with aspiring learners. The way you simplify the complex idea and highlighted the importance of dedication in a research career has been both enlightening and motivating for our learners. Now, as a token of appreciation, we are pleased to present our sincere gratitude in the form of e-certificates. So thank you, Dr. Ankit Yadav, for your valuable time. We would like to say thanks to everyone who have participated in these sessions and make it a great successful event. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Ankit.
Yeah, okay. Thank you to providing the opportunities and giving me my thoughts on the R&D development.
Thank you. So learners, please fill the feedback form to get the certificate of this session. Thank you.